The design of the Flip has been a bit controversial in the drone community. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't really care as long as it does what they need it to do. I'm in that last group. When it comes to tech, I do appreciate aesthetics, but I think function should always come first. And while the Flip isn't overflowing with aesthetic beauty, it's what it can do that makes it so appealing. I'd like to thank DJI for sending this in for review. So they wanted to create a drone that could fly itself, that could perform all sorts of automated shots and follow the user running around and riding their bike and so on. And that would mean it would need to have built-in prop guards for safety, and that would make it quite big. So it would need to be able to fold up. And I think this is the most compact they could have possibly made it, while still having large propellers, a really good camera on a proper 3-axis gimbal, and a big enough battery to get good flight times. These carbon rods aren't just there to protect the fingers. They, along with the prop guards, are what actually support the motors. This arm is mainly just for housing the cable. The top being flat might not allow for the most modern looking styling, but it allows this. These little teeth don't just hold the carbon rods, they lock the prop guards in place so they can't slide around when folded, and when you unfold it, it turns on automatically. These are all functional design choices that I appreciate. Now, having said that, while the prop guard design goes a long way to protect the fingers, it's still possible to nip them when hand launching and catching if you don't keep your hand completely flat. An easy way to avoid this is to take off and land like this. The camera is, in my opinion, the best thing about the Flip. You're getting Mini 4 Pro quality at a lower price, and you're also getting the automated flight modes that the Mini 4 Pro doesn't have. I'm not one for taking photos with drones that much, I'm more into video, but the 48 megapixel stills this can capture are really good. You can shoot JPEG or RAW or both, and I recommend using RAW so you can bring out the best in your images afterwards. I've owned the Mini 1, Mini 2, Mini 2 SE, the Neo, and a few other drones from other companies. I really wanted the Mini 4 Pro, but it was just too expensive for my budget. When the Flip arrived, I didn't really know what to expect in terms of video quality, like just how much better it would be compared to my other drones. But the shots I got in those first couple of days, I just couldn't believe it. The details, the colors, the fact that it respects the shadows. Some cameras these days will lift those shadows up and apply HDR processing whether you like it or not, and the end result can look quite artificial. The Flip doesn't do that at all. The shadow details are still there if you want to lift them up more in post, but there's this, and I hate the overuse of this word, but there's this real cinematic quality to the footage that I haven't been able to get with any of my other drones or action cameras. If you fly close to a subject, you can even get some background separation. It's like having a flying Pocket 3. The sensor isn't quite as large, but the footage it captures is very similar. It handles bright, direct light sources with ease, the only caveat being that occasionally we do get this rather obvious green dot. Low light performance is another big upgrade over my previous drones. And then there's the slow motion at 4K 100 FPS. The slow-mo shots are beautiful quality. One of the big features on the Flip is the fully autonomous modes. On my other channel, I make these little stories about my mostly boring but sometimes interesting life and the small adventures that I go on, and I've been using selfie drones like this for the last year to help me do that. So a really attractive feature on the Flip is that I can have it follow me on my walks and my bike rides, and also that I can use it as a hovering tripod. I can just place it somewhere in space and have it film what I'm doing. It's much smaller and lighter than a real tripod, and there's no limit to how high I can extend it. Simple shots like this can add so much interest when telling a story. As for following me on my bike, it does really well. I don't know what the real life follow speed actually is, but it's faster than my electric bike can go, so it's perfect for me. I took it through this slightly treacherous part of the route and it handled it like an absolute champ. There are other automated flights it can do as well that just make it easier to get some quick shots of interest to add to my videos and help me tell a story.
6 meters. Circle. 3, 2, 1.
Here's one I took of me and my dog after a walk in the woods, and I just couldn't believe how well it turned out. I have the RC2, which is a great remote for the Flip, but it works with the RC-N3 as well, and that's a more affordable package. Flying this way is just like flying any other DJI drone. The 04 transmission is good for several kilometers of range and provides a nice stable connection. When flying in normal or cine modes, we have 3D infrared obstacle detection, which doesn't depend on how much light there is to function. It won't fly around objects, but it will stop rather than crash into them. I hope DJI will give us an update that will allow the Flip to work with FPV goggles. I don't expect to be able to fly it in manual mode or anything aggressive like that, it's not built for that. But just like the Mini 4 Pro can work with goggles, I'd love to see that feature come to the Flip someday. The fully autonomous circle mode works really well, but it's limited to either low or flat. I really hope they'll add a high option in the future, like we have on some other drones. Some of the automated shots break the video into 2 parts. I wish I could set them to be one continuous video. I'd also love to see them make the slow motion available as an option in the fully autonomous modes, not just when flying with a remote. And the main thing I think could use some work is the direction track mode. That's where it flies backwards while tracking you from the front. It works okay when just walking, but if I run or ride a bike it struggles quite a lot. It tends to swing out to one side rather than stay in front. I'm sure that's something they're working on, and I'd love to see some improvement there in the next few updates. So that's what I think about the Flip so far. I'm sure some things will be added and improved over the coming months, but it's already a really solid drone. It's kind of like a bigger Neo, but much more capable in almost every way, aside from FPV. I think the video quality is superb and better than I could have asked for. I don't think there's any other drone with video quality this good without jumping up in price quite a bit. And the fully autonomous modes open up so many possibilities and make a big difference for the stuff that I do. As for the design and how it looks, it'll either grow on you or it won't. Either way, as long as it can help you tell interesting stories and capture beautiful moments, I don't think it matters. If you find this useful or interesting, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.